Water is becoming more expensive and most people don't fully understand why. If you've noticed your water bill creeping up over the past few years, you're not imagining it. In many parts of the US, water costs have been rising faster than general inflation. And unlike other expenses, this isn't something you can easily replace or avoid. So what's actually driving these increases? At first glance, it seems simple. Utilities charge more because their costs go up. But when you look deeper, you start to see a combination of factors working together, many of which are rarely explained clearly. Let's start with infrastructure. Much of the water system in the US was built decades ago. Pipes, treatment facilities, and distribution networks were designed for a different time, with different population levels and different materials. Over time, these systems wear down. Pipes corrode, leak, or break. Treatment plants require upgrades. And maintaining all of this is expensive. The key issue is that this infrastructure doesn't fail all at once. It degrades slowly. Repairs are constant, and large-scale replacements are even more costly. These costs don't disappear, they get passed on to the people using the system. Now add population changes into the equation. Some areas are growing quickly, which puts more demand on existing systems. Others are shrinking, which creates a different problem. Fewer people sharing the cost of maintaining the same infrastructure. In both cases, the financial pressure increases. Then there's the cost of treatment. Water today requires more advanced treatment than it did in the past. Standards have improved, and new contaminants are being monitored more closely. This is a good thing from a safety perspective, but it also means utilities need better equipment, more energy, and more specialized processes. All of that adds up. Energy itself is another factor that often gets overlooked. Moving water, pumping it from sources, pushing it through pipes, and treating it requires a significant amount of electricity. As energy costs rise, so does the cost of delivering water. There's also the issue of water loss. A surprising amount of treated water never reaches the consumer. It leaks from aging pipes or is lost through inefficiencies in the system. This lost water has already been treated and transported, which means money has already been spent on it. To compensate, utilities adjust pricing structures. Another important point is regulation. Water systems are subject to strict regulations, and those regulations evolve over time. New requirements often mean new investments in monitoring, reporting, and treatment technology. While these changes are meant to improve safety, they also increase operational costs. And then there's the financial structure behind utilities. Many water systems operate as public utilities, which means they rely on user fees to fund operations and improvements. Unlike private businesses that can shift revenue streams, water utilities depend heavily on billing. When costs rise, rates often follow. But here's something that doesn't get talked about enough: fixed costs. Even if you use less water, a large portion of your bill may remain the same. That's because maintaining the system, pipes, treatment plants, staffing costs money regardless of how much water is used. Conservation is important, but it doesn't always reduce bills in a proportional way. Now consider environmental factors. Droughts, changing weather patterns, and water source limitations can all impact supply. In some regions, water has to be transported from farther away or treated more intensively. This increases both operational complexity and cost. All of these factors combine to create a system where prices tend to move in one direction up. But the key insight here is not just that water is getting more expensive. It's that the cost is tied to a large, complex system that most people never see. When you turn on your faucet, you're accessing a network that includes sourcing, treatment, storage, distribution, monitoring, and maintenance. Every part of that system requires resources. And as those requirements increase, so do the costs. This doesn't mean there's a single cause or a quick fix. It means that water pricing reflects long-term structural challenges. Aging infrastructure, evolving standards, and changing demand patterns all play a role. And because these are ongoing issues, the trend is gradual but consistent. Understanding this changes how you think about your water bill. Instead of seeing it as a simple monthly expense, you start to see it as part of a larger system, one that requires constant investment to function properly. And while individual households have limited control over utility pricing, they can become more aware of how their water is used and managed. That awareness is where better decisions start. This isn't about reacting to rising prices with frustration. It's about understanding the structure behind those prices and recognizing the factors that influence them. Once you see the system more clearly, it becomes easier to think about practical ways to manage your own usage and explore alternatives where appropriate. In the end, water will always be essential. But how it's delivered and how much it costs will continue to evolve. If you found this explanation helpful, consider subscribing for more clear and practical breakdowns like this. And if you want to take a closer look at how some people are approaching water use more independently at a household level, there's a simple overview in the description that outlines the basic components and setup considerations. It can give you a clearer picture of how these systems work and what to evaluate if you decide to explore that direction further.